Welcome back, folks. Today we're going to be creating a beautiful memorial butterfly, and I've got so many options. At the end of this video, I want to hear which design option you like best. So stay tuned until the end of this video. All right, so we're going to get started. I've got this butterfly on my workspace, and I'm using a butterfly with its wings open because I want to get as much on the butterfly as possible. So I've got this butterfly. I'm going to start off by going to elements, and if you have your own photos, you can definitely use your own photos. So I'm just going to park these on the side here, and I'll start with the first one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just try and resize this where I kind of want it. And you can also, flip the photo if you need to. I'm going to keep it like this. And I'm going to go to an app called Image Blender. I'm going to click that. And we're going to get a couple of different options. I'm going to use the radial option. So I'll click that. And we'll see it gets a little bit transparent along the edges. You can toggle exactly where you want to target to select the primary focus of your photo. So I'm pretty happy with that. And over here, we can see that we can actually toggle the strength. So if I want it less strong, I can go to the left, set it to 0, or I can make it more strong like that. I'm going to keep it somewhere there, and I'll say save. I'll grab this and I'll just move this over into the butterfly like that. I'll grab my second image and I'll move this in to my butterfly. Now don't worry that that's overlapping a little bit. We can fix that later. But I'm going to put this second photo right about here. And let's go to position and layers. And we'll take this and we'll move that to the back too. That way it's not interfering with our current photo. Let's go back to our app, the Image Blender app, and I'll select this photo here, and I'll select the radial. And you want to make sure that the radial is actually in your workspace. If I were to say save now, it would get cut off right here. So I'm going to make this a little bit smaller like that. And I'll leave this one like that. I'll press save, and I'll do the last one now. So I'll make this a little bit smaller. I want to put this in around there. And again, I'll just flip back and forth to select that one. And I'll say save. Now I can also make this smaller once I am done as well, and just fit that in there like that. So now I've got my 3 images like that. And for this right side, we're going to move on to the next step, which is placing some text, or some people call it typography art. So we're going to do like a manual version of a word art. So I'm going to start by creating a new page here, and we're actually going to use Canva Sheets. Now Canva Sheets is a pro feature. Here it is right here. I don't need that panel anymore, but I'm going to start off in here by typing some words. This is a memorial for a mother. So I'm going to start off just by adding some words. And rather than continue typing, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to select some cells. I'll just go to 23. I'm going to go to actions and I'll say fill empty cells, and Canva is going to fill those cells for me. If you have your own words, that's great, but this is a great way to generate some words. Now that I have my words here that you can refer to, I'm going to come back up to my butterfly. And what we'll do is we'll just click in here. I haven't really figured out a way to jump from one to another. I mean, you could go to pages and then just click the second page, or you could just click in here to go to page 1, whatever is best for you. I'm going to start off on the second part of my design by putting some text on my workspace. So here is my text. And for this next part, I'm actually going to make the background a different color just so I could see the text. So I'll just make it a darker gray. So here's my first word. And for my first word, I'm going to type in all caps, love of my life. I mean, we can pretend this is for a wife or mother. I'm going to place that right in there. And I'm going to make the color yellow. So I'll make it a yellow color. I'm also going to change the font. I'm going to use a font called Lolita 1. And I'm also going to use an effect, a shadow effect in the color of black. And I'll increase the transparency a little bit. And I'll just make that so that it fits all on one line. I'll make that a little bit smaller and I'll move that right here. I'm going to make a copy of this text and now we're going to start to fill in the butterfly wings. So I'm going to go quickly on this. And so for my first word, I'm going to type mom. And I'm also going to left justify this because that works a little bit better. And I'm going to change the font color to white. And I'll place that right up here and nudge it in the corner there. I'll make a copy. And for this one, I'm going to type sister. And each time you place a word, you can also just resize it, make it bigger or smaller to fit the space. You can put multiple words on one line. You can decrease the font to make the word fit. And you can also recycle words. Now I'm putting two words together there. And I'm going to keep going and working on this. So I'm going to duplicate that. So I'm going to work quietly here while you watch me do this. All right, so I'm pretty happy with this. Now I did change the main word to say rest in peace. Now some words I was able to fit in, some I had to increase the spacing in between the letters, like this one here, daughter, sister. To do that, just click on your text box, go to the advanced settings, and then you can toggle the spacing to fit the width of your element. I'm not sure if you can see that. I'm going to make that a little bit larger like that so you can see that. But you can see that the word is getting wider or narrow as I toggle the letter spacing. So this is what it looks like right now. And if you have a little bit of white showing, you can always just come here and just decrease that a little bit so that you're not seeing the white edges or that transparent gradient coming through your design. Now, this is where I need you to tell me which design you like better. So this is the first option right here. And I'm going to turn off thumbnails for this. And I'm going to make a duplicate just so that we can see, just so I can reuse this and make some changes. So here is my second design. And what I'm going to do for my second design is I'm actually going to take the photos and I'm going to go to edit and I'm going to use dual tone to kind of make a monochromatic effect with this, the purple butterfly. So over here we've got a color combination called Pop. It's kind of purple. You can use any one of these that you like, but I'm going to use this one just because it matches. And you'll see that it has highlights and shadows, and there's also an intensity button. So you can increase or decrease that intensity how you like. So I'm going to make this change for all three of these photos. So we'll grab the second one, and there's the second one. And I'll also do it for that third photo as well. So this is our second option. Okay, so we have this option and we have this option. I'm going to make a duplicate and show you a fourth option. So I'm going to grab that butterfly. I'm going to make a copy of that butterfly and I'll just place it right on top. Now we have two butterflies, okay? Here's the one and here is the other one. I'm going to grab that one on top and I'm going to move it all the way to the bottom where the second one. So we have both of them together. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make one of the wings transparent, the one with the words. So I'll grab, and it doesn't matter which one you choose. I'm going to grab the last one. I'm going to go to transparency and I'm just going to toggle the transparency halfway, or it's actually to 44, 48. And I'm going to take that and I'm going to crop it from the left to the right because I'll want to see it on the right side. And now I'll take the image on top, which is this one, and I'll crop it from the right to the left just so that we can expose that transparent wing. So here it is right here. Let me take the background and I'm actually going to make it white. And that's what that would look like. But the text is a little bit difficult to read. So we're going to go to position and layers and I'm going to grab all the text. So I've selected rock. I'm going to hold my shift key and select mom, and that should select every single word on my workspace except for the yellow one. I don't want the yellow one. And let's go to the text color. I'm going to change it to purple. Maybe we'll do this one instead. And that is the third option. I have a fourth option. And maybe what we'll do is we'll even just bring this over like that. But I have a fourth option. So I'm going to duplicate this one more time. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that transparent wing on the right side and we're going to carve out the middle and make it transparent. I'm going to go to position and layers right down to the bottom. This is the transparent wing. I'm going to go to BG remover, and of course it's not going to remove anything. That's okay. But I'm going to click it one more time. So here is the wing, and I'm going to make my brush size a little bit larger, and I'm just going to very carefully carve out that middle area, and you can decide how much or how little of an outline you want to carve out. And I'll close this and we'll go back. All right, I'm now going to take it and I'm actually going to make it more opaque. So I'm going to go to transparency. I'm going to bring that all the way up like that. And that is our fourth option. So what do you think? You tell me, which option do you like best? Let's go to grid view so we can take a look at those options. Here they are. Which one do you like better? Let me know. Vote in the comments and let me know which option you like the best. That's pretty much it, folks. I hope that you learned something in this tutorial. I hope you liked it. If you did, press the like button, subscribe, and turn that notification bell on. If you want to learn more about my live classes, let me know in the comments and I'll tell you more. For now, my friends, I'll say bye-bye. Until next time.